Peace, blessings, enough, whole heap, plenty, a lot of love to everyone.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mindset Monday. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I hope your weekend was wonderful. Weekend was Valentine's weekend, and I hope you got a lot of love, which of course should not only be designated for that weekend, but should be loving all the time. Because once you're connected to God, who is the source, you have enough love to go around. You have enough love to give.
Mm,
So I hope you had a spectacular weekend. And thank you so much for joining us. And for those who will be watching the replay, thank you for tuning in. And of course, as always, if you have questions or comments, make sure you leave them so we can address them. We can help you in whatever way we can. And if it's something that we are not able to assist you, we'll get the expert in that area to assist you.
most definitely.
Today, we are continuing our year long of flow, and we'll be flowing in different aspects. Now, this month or this quarter, we're looking at creating a flow state and techniques for personal productivity. Now, everyone, we're individually different. And even if we're in the same career path, we are different the way that we do things, the way that we understand things, and in the way that we are productive. So, we are looking at ways to improve productivity and maintain productivity.
Mm. So I guess it's the ability, maybe what we can start with in respective to the whole technique for personal productivity is concerned. Um, is a definition first and foremost. We
Mhm.
like definitions,
Yes.
and so the definition of, I guess, productivity.
Is the ability to achieve meaningful results efficiently.
Okay.
And meaningful results efficiently, that means we need to be present. We also need to be intentional in what we do
Mm,
in order to get that result.
okay. All right. So first of all, then let us look at the goals.
Okay, so the goals is one of them better time management,
Mm,
improved focus, reduce procrastination,
uh-huh.
work life balance, and higher quality output.
Mm, mercy. So, um, how does one when a person have, I met a person that say he had 5 jobs. Five, one,
Mhm.
two, three, four, five. How a person like that now would be able to balance work life with
Okay.
5 jobs?
Well, let's start with the time management. I am not sure how he does that. I would maybe need to interview him to see how he manages time. Does he have a family? How does he manage the dynamics of seeing his children, seeing his wife? How does he do that?
All right, we could not look at the 5 job because
Mhm.
I mean that was very out there. Persons normally have three.
Mhm.
Three. All right. So how you balance work life and balance family life, and how can have better time management with working 3 jobs?
Well, the person who's working the three jobs will tell you that one, I get off at 7, I work 7 to 3, and I get
Mm-hmm.
2 hours sleep, and
Mm,
then I go to work at 5. and then I leave that job and then I work for 4 hours at this job. So in between, one person that I know, in they get a 2 days day off, but their work there is like 18, 17 hours they work. So the three jobs encompasses 17 hours out of their day.
So that's 7 hours, and without putting commute, or
Right,
there's
right,
commute too,
right, right.
because the person have to reach a job.
Well, for her, two of her jobs are walking distance apart.
Okay,
So,
all right, cool,
so
right?
the commute is just maybe say two for the two jobs
Okay.
commute.
So okay. So how she has a family?
Yes.
So that work now. Or you put 7 hours into the and we don't
So,
sleep yet, you know.
so the 2 days day off factors in all of the getting together and everything, which she said she's doing it for 4 years and then that's it, because she has a goal. That's the
Mm,
goal. So for persons, they go into something, they have a goal in mind. I'm doing this for just a short time. I'm not sure which matrix it falls into, whether it's the Eisenhower matrix or the Pomodoro technique, but people, they're based on their needs, based on the dynamics of their family, based on what they're trying to achieve, they
mm,
set a goal, though it's rigid and it's somewhat makes them feel as if they're in a straight for a little bit, but because they have a goal, a short term,
mm,
it's long, but it's short for them. It's not a 10-year. They say, I'm doing this for 10 years, but they're doing it for 3 years and then tapered down because they want to make sure that their family is not separated, but they're doing it for a short time. And the family knows that she didn't just get up. So everyone is aware of what is happening. And it
mm.
is important because you always see mommy going out, daddy going. I've never seen them. Where is mommy? Oh, I don't know. But once the children are old enough, you can share a little bit with them. Just let them know mom is doing this for a short time or dad is doing this for a short time. And so they are a part of this whole decision making.
Mm,
So they feel like they are valued as
mhm.
part of the family.
Okay, cool. Right. And I heard you mention earlier about the Eisenhower method,
Mhm.
right? Um, what is that? Tell me a little bit more about that.
So the Eisenhower, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It has these four quadrants. Um, it talks about the urgent and important you do now. The important and not so urgent you can schedule. The urgent and not so important you can delegate. The not urgent and not important most times you can eliminate. Sometimes people have so much things on their plate and some of the things are not really necessary, so it's important to put things in their proper order or just write them down, and then you schedule, you rank them, and then that's how you would take care of your time. So
Mm,
that's part of time management.
mm,
You you are you are not only firm, but you are, um the word just slipped my mind. You are being present, and you're also, um oh, what's the word? It's
mm.
gone. Anyway, it
God.
will come
Mm,
back. You are making sure that you're not doing things haphazardly. You schedule things, you are on target. So how does this work?
yeah. How does that work? that that is what I'm waiting for.
That's
How
the
that work?
that's the Eisenhower, right?
Yeah, how that
Okay,
work? Hmm.
okay. So you look at, say, a 25 minutes focus work. So if it's something very important, 25 minutes, you focus on that laser focus. And
Mm,
then you break for 5 minutes just to breathe.
mm.
Then
So when I'm working at something for an hour, that's not good then.
well, this is nothing is set in stone because
Okay.
sometimes you need to focus on something for a longer time. However, if you can break for 5 minutes and get some oxygen, good oxygen, like deep breathing, get some good oxygen in your brain so your brain fire faster when you go back to work on
Hmm.
what you are dealing with.
So just therefore try to still break.
Yeah,
If it's able
yeah.
to drink some water or stand,
Yeah, even if you don't
especially
drink
yeah,
water, just stand.
if you are sitting down, especially, you stand and yeah,
Yeah, and take a
yeah,
deep breath.
yeah.
Just bring in a whole lot of oxygen and just, yeah.
Hmm. Mm,
So, and after 4 sessions, you take longer breaks. Benefits, it prevents burnout, as we're
mm,
talking about. It improves focus and it builds urgency.
urgency.
Yeah.
All right. So therefore, after these 25 focus laser work,
Mm-hmm.
and then you break for 5 minutes, you go back again, two, you go back again,
Mm-hmm.
three, you go back again, four,
Mm-hmm.
then you break again for a little longer than the 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this comes over time. This is something that you would need to practice. It does not come overnight.
Mm. Okay, cool. That sounds nice. And so um the what was the other one again?
You were looking at the goals, work-life balance. So
Yeah, but it was the Eisenhower and the
Eisenhower and the
Promodor.
Pomodoro. Yeah.
All right. So that is a goal setting method.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how that works?
It's it's two effective approaches. You have SMART goals and you have the objectives and key results. They call it OKRs.
All right. So I guess you're going to deal with the smart one first.
Yeah, SMART. And the SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound.
Mm,
And specific, you need to, you can't just say, okay, I'm going to do that. What is it? Then measurable. You need to have it has to be measured because in order for a goal to be achieved, it has to be measurable.
mm,
And it sends me to the next one, which is achievable. So if it's measurable, then it is achievable
mm-hmm,
and it has to be relevant, also time bound. So every goal should have a time, whether it's a long term or short term. And
mm-hmm,
even long term goals have short term intervals because you need to check in. If you look at a big project, say a big project, they're doing community center or something like that. They do the foundation and whatever, and ever so often the whomever they they check in, the persons who gave the architect the job,
mm-hmm,
they check in to see what's going on. So time is important.
mm-hmm,
Your goals, whether it's school or it's a project or whatever it is, or you are planning to go on a vacation, all of that is time bound. When are you going on a vacation? You need to find out what's the cost, all of that. You can't just take up yourself and say, I'm going this morning, I'm going there. No, you have to be
Okay, you have to buy a ticket.
all of that too.
Right. So because let me see if I can get what you're saying in an example. So say for argument's sake then, I am I want to get fit. I
Hmm.
want to, um, well, and then the way to do that is exercise, I guess.
Yes.
Right.
So
So,
being specific,
mhm,
I would like to exercise. Just you don't just say, I'd like to exercise. That's
mhm,
not specific. I'd like to exercise 30 minutes per day or 30 minutes 3 times a week or so on.
mhm,
And that's how it becomes specific.
mhm,
And what are you looking to achieve? Is it within 3 months? You're looking to achieve a certain thing.
mhm,
So you would see, of course, to get fit, you would look at the track record of others or a program that has proven results, and then you would say, okay,
mhm,
let me mirror that.
mm. Okay, wonderful. Right. So, what the tips do you need to follow when doing these kind of things?
Some of the tips, this is just a little list, it's a lot more, but few of the tips that you should follow or we should follow is to remove distractions,
Mm,
schedule focus blocks, and work in quiet spaces. Use time blocks. Now, removing distractions, you have some persons, for me, I need to work in quietness. For Derek, this music is not a distraction for him. It helps him to focus. But for me, I need quiet.
mm.
Quiet.
Quite.
So some methods assign specific time slots for tasks. Example, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. project work. And this would be for persons who have their own business, because for some of us who go out to work, our
Mm,
work schedule is 7:30, gotta
mm.
be at work until 3:30 or 9 to 5, whatever. But this schedule that we're actually looking at is mostly for persons who have their own business.
But even if you're doing work in a job, you still would fit the time in the job time. So if it's a 9 to 5, then your project work would be a
Yes,
job, and it
yes,
would be 9 to 5:30. Given that 30 minutes. So if you have
commute.
to do a little extra time at work,
Mm-hmm.
to finish whatever you do, because you know your job,
Yeah,
right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be just business,
yeah.
or if you have your own business. Yeah, man, you can fit that in. And meeting, well, you might not have a meeting per se because you're on a job, right? So you might fill that slot with something else,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And
Um,
the emails, well,
well,
when you're
everybody
on
have
the job,
email.
yeah, when you're on the job, constantly we're looking at emails. Only if we're working with something specific for a time, then we leave the email for a little bit.
Mhm, mhm. Beautiful. And of course, the benefits, you get some benefit from that.
Yeah, you structure. Because
Mm,
when you're structured, it reduces stress because you know what comes next for the most part. So
mm,
it reduces the stress and reduces fatigue.
mm.
Because stress causes fatigue.
Yes, definitely, definitely. All right. So, I
Or
think,
fatigue causes stress.
mhm,
Yes, the other way around. Fatigue. When you're fatigued, you get stressed too.
yeah, I think there's some fundamental rules that you want to slip in. No? Yeah.
Yes. So
Oh.
pro- being productive, it's important that we look at all of our lives. We look at the different aspects of our life.
Mm.
Now, over the last several years, I realized that for me, after 20 years in the accounting field, or more than that, maybe 30, I still had not been clear on the fundamental rules of money, because being productive, you have to know how to manage your money. And in several episodes to come, we'll expand a little bit more.
Mm.
So how money grows, how is it taxed, how it actually work for you in compounding. And as we're in this tax season for US, for Canada, and I think UK does it too. But for this part, I'm zeroing in on people who are in the US. During tax time, a lot of us, we get refunds, and we don't put, or the purpose of the refund sometimes is not fully understood or fully used to the capacity that we can. So it's important being productive at work and being productive in our financial area of our life makes the whole picture more brighter. So it's important that we we are aware. So all of us have blind spots. We don't know everything. And although I'm in accounting, there are a lot of things that I was not aware of, or I wasn't paying attention to. That means most hardworking families were never shown the full picture either, because as an accountant, I did not know everything. So life tests the household. And of course, I saw how fragile security can be if we are not aware of the whole picture. So I help families and professionals intentionally build their financial foundation, not reactively, but proactively.
Mm.
The thing is, financial literacy is not optional, it is protection. Might I say that again?
Mm-hmm.
Financial literacy is not an option, it is protection. So I am committed to helping families understand the rules of money. So while we are being productive, we are also being proactive in how we use it, how we assist our our household in making sure that we are ready, quote unquote, because when we are prepared, it's easier for us to bounce back when there is a challenge. But we don't wait until challenges. That's why we're not reactive. We are proactive in seeing how this works and how we can make sure that we are not caught off guard.
Caught with our pants down.
Yes, as the jargon would say.
Okay.
So it's important that we are aware. And again, what since we're now in the tax season, getting that refund, we can help you repurpose that refund instead of buying more of the things you have and putting the money to use. We will help you to find strategies how to use that money, not use, but invest that money. If you don't have a vehicle as yet, we can help you. We can direct you to getting that done. Remember, financial literacy is not optional, it is protection.
What do you mean by that?
When you are aware,
Mm-hmm.
so let's look at literacy in the broader sense. When you are When you know something, that means when you're literate, that means you have knowledge of that particular thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have knowledge of it, then you would put things in place, or you would make sure that, okay, I didn't know this before. This is helpful to my family. So let me put things in place. Say, for instance, like if you don't have a life insurance, if you don't have a savings, if all of these things come into play because we just get our salary, we pay our mortgage, we pay our rent, we deal with the credit card debts, we buy food and everything, what is left? If we are not intentional, that's the word I was trying to find. If we
Intentional.
are not intentional, we will just be going around the mill, and at the end of the day, nothing is left for us. And if a lot of people are depending on Social Security, which is not enough to help us when we retire. We need more than that to live comfortable like we're living while we are working. So that's what I'm talking about. Financial literacy is not optional, it is protection. Because a lot of us don't know how much we would need if the world, if God tarries and the world is still around, if we are alive, how much we would need in order to live comfortable when we retire.
Mm.
So if we're not looking, so we are looking at many years to come, but we are making provision now to say, okay, if I live to see that age and I'm working this now, I would want to be comfortable like I am now then. So, what would I need in order for that to happen? So, financial literacy. Again, if you don't have a strategist or a financial analyst or someone who assists you with your whole financial health, find them, let them, you want to do an analysis of what do I have and what more do I need if I can afford more to protect myself and my family in the event something happens.
Beautiful. And so, if you need a financial analyst, my beautiful wife here is more than capable and more than knowledgeable of whatever it is that you need to take care of. Her information is on the flyer, and it is also on the varied YouTube channel in the description, and it is also on the Facebook in the description. So please contact her, and she will assist you and help you to gain that literacy that is not optional.
It is
As you are, okay,
protection.
beautiful. It's
It
protection.
is
All
protection.
right, beautiful. Okay, all right, I got you. Amen. So, what is your goal then?
So, my goal is to help people to understand the rules so they can make empowered decisions with clarity and peace of mind.
So you're selling them a policy.
No,
So what is
because
it?
maybe they don't need a policy. Maybe they have and don't know that they do have. Because sometimes people buy things and don't know that they have it and don't, and if something happens, say for instance, I know of someone, they had a critical illness policy and they did not know that policy had that capability. And it's after an analysis, I show them that you already have this.
Hmm.
And attached to that policy, they also have chronic illness. So sometimes we buy things and we don't know. It's like
They didn't read. They just sign
because
because
if
it
it
sound good.
no, not only that, if it's
Oh,
not explained, it's a whole heap of reading. It's a holy and the fine things. The truth is, my life insurance policy, I don't go through and read the fine print. I'm telling you, as someone who knows a little bit about life insurance, I don't read the fine prints, but I had to go and read it because questions were being asked. And for my clarity, I learned something by them asking me something.
Mm-hmm.
So financial literacy is not optional,
Mm,
it's protection.
basically.
Looking at the not only insurance, but for healthcare proxy.
Mm-hmm.
Who is my healthcare proxy? Do I have a healthcare proxy? So I'm
What is
using
that? That sounds
healthcare
like a big word.
healthcare directives. So healthcare directives is making sure that now I put things in place. I write, if something goes wrong with me, Derek can make decisions if I'm not able to talk, if I'm not able to write, if I'm not coherent. Um, the writing is there already that um I would like this to be done, that to be done, so to
Mm.
speak.
Oh, that's a
So
proxy.
yes.
Okay.
So everyone should have that. And everyone's everyone has specific needs. So it's not a one size fit all. That's why what I'm sharing is general, is not a prescription. So
Mm.
you can't take it as a prescription. It's individual. So if you go back to the person who you have bought the policy from, if you don't know them, I can help you with an analysis. I just want to make sure that you are prepared. If you see my little post sometimes on the varied social media, I care for you. You see my
Mm.
little bendy finger, I care for you. It's not straight, but I do care for you.
Mm.
Anyway, I'm
Wonderful.
just sharing information that you can be in the know. Because this year is a new year and it's new everything. It's new perspective and it's new focus and it's new mindfulness. Everything is new. So we want to make sure one of my favorite things is we want to make sure that we are good stewards of our time, our talent, our resources.
Mm.
That at the final analysis, God will say, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." So I'm sharing the little I know, and whatever I don't know, I can get information, and so I can give a little bit more.
Beautiful. So, which means she's not selling you anything. She wants to ensure, first and foremost, that you have the financial knowledge that you need to take care of you. You. Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
Just looking at if life, if say, do you feel confident with your financial structure? Do you feel that it would hold up if life disrupts your income for 6 to 12 months? Do you have that cushion? That's what I'm talking about. So you need to think about it, and you need to look to see what is there. What do I have? Is that enough for me and my family to survive if this should happen?
Mm.
Have you ever wondered whether your financial foundation is as strong as it appears on paper? That's a conversation that's worth having with your family. So once you look at it, then you sit down with your
Mhm.
financial analyst and do something, because all of these things I'm sharing is beating procrastination.
Mhm.
Because if you just think, you fold your hand and you say, say, we should have do this,
Mm.
and then another 5 years come and you're at the same place. You hear of the thing, and then it just slips through because so much things happening so fast. But being intentional,
Mm.
put that on the list of things that is important, urgent, and tailor it into your strategy so you are not left outside the door.
Mercy. All right. That sounds good.
Some digital productive tools or productivity tools. They have one that they call Trello. It helps with task management. They have another one that they call Notion. It's notes and organization. And then they have another one they call Todoist, to-do list rescue. Then they have another one they call time tracking. And all of these you can, it's out there. You can find them. So whichever one work for you, you can use. Productivity habits. There are a lot, but just few of them. As we spoke about earlier, this is like summary. Strong morning routine. Most times it is requested or said to sleep 7 to 8 hours per day.
Preferably, though, preferably, and now this is my um, naturopathic course kicking in. Um, you know, it's not just any 7 to 8 hours. The best hours of the day, and when I talk about the day, I am really talking about 24 hours because 24 hours make the day. I know we have the light part that we call day and the dark part that we call night. But when I'm talking about the day, I'm talking about 24 hours. And the best time is between 9 p.m. or 2100 hours and 3 a.m., which is 0300 hours. That's the best 9 hours. Sorry, that's the best 6 hours creating sometime. Yeah, that's the best 6 hours of the day. That's the best 6 hours.
Can rest.
Really and truly, to be honest with you, also, that is when the body really rejuvenates itself. So even though you might sleep or rest or whatever you do in the day, and you might sleep from, you come from work 7 o'clock and you might be sleeping from 8 right back till 4 o'clock when maybe you have to go back to work. I don't know. It's still, that's good, but it's still not the best time. So unfortunately, if you're a nurse or a doctor or anybody that works at night and you like go to work 10 o'clock in the night, right? You're doing your body a grave injustice. And honestly, you get older quicker.
So what do you do to replenish your body since that's the line of career you're in?
Get another career.
So
Basically. I mean, it works for some people, and it work out, but it's not the quality time that you need for your body to rejuvenate itself properly. It's between 9 p.m., 2100 hours, and 3 a.m., 0300 hours.
nine.
That's just the time your body choose to do that. You see, our body is on a rhythm, even though you not on a rhythm, because you're partying from 9. Well, some people partying
Right,
from
so some
9
people.
or 10
Right.
till 6 o'clock in the morning.
Mm.
Right. So no, and yes, as I said, some people work, unfortunately. Right. I used to do some of that too in the military and in the fire. I used to do some of that. All right. And you know, it was very taxing, man. It was very nerve wrecking, especially in the fire. You go there, 9, 10 o'clock in the night,
Mm.
right? And you stretch out and you lay down little and what have you, and then the bell ring. And just even just that Yeah, and
triggers.
that's why I don't like alarm clock, you know. You notice I not
But you are the alarm clock. So why would you need another one? You are the alarm clock. You're noisy.
no, but I don't nice. I'm nice when I sleeping too.
No, but you're
Okay,
not.
don't understand you,
It's
man.
just noisy normally. No, you don't. You sleep very light, actually.
Very what?
Light.
Light?
Yes. That means you don't snore.
Oh, that's what it
No, you
means.
don't.
Oh, thank you for that. Oh, so you watch me at night
Yes.
time? Oh my goodness. All right, sister. You still don't get no sleep. I watch me. Me know me getting sleep, you know. Oh, so you stay there.
That was a break in transit.
Oh, that's what it was. A break. Oh, bless the Lord, oh my soul. All right. A break in transmission. Yes.
Common productivity mistakes.
Uh, well, a couple of the mistakes that I know that people, including myself, we multitask. That's one of the major productivity mistakes that we make in this life is we multitask. Think that we can do, um, you know, couple things or several things at the same time.
But I see mothers,
Mhm.
mothers with young children. They I see them multitask. They have the baby and they have the baby, they're breastfeeding the baby and they're cooking and they're attending to the other little. No, I don't know how they juggle that, but it's amazing to see them.
Mm,
But
mhm, mhm,
on a normal scale, multitasking sometimes is not very productive
mhm, mhm.
in the work world that we're talking of.
Yes. Um, and you have to remember that you have to do what you have to do,
Hmm.
all right? And for those who work from home, one of the reasons to work from home is to multitask.
Yeah, I do.
So,
I do a lot of that, but
right.
I'm working on it in
Mhm.
staying. A matter of fact, for the most part, I try to stay focused for
Mhm.
for a while to deal with. Then I get up and do something else.
Mhm. Beautiful, beautiful. Overloading schedule. You have
Yeah.
more things that you have to accomplish in the little hours that you get per day.
In other words, we most of the things we have urgent and important because sometimes we don't set proper schedule. So the things that are important and not urgent because they were not done within that time, they become urgent and important, compiled with the urgent and important. And so we end up in a gridlock.
Mhm. And that is the thing with multitasking. Also, you're not able to sometimes, apart
Complete.
from when you're doing housework and those kind of things, but when you're dealing especially with business and what production to be done, when you multitask, this task is not completed, or sometimes it is completed improperly
Mhm.
or shabbily, and so you might have to do it over. Yeah,
Maybe we could get a robot to assist us
a robot
in
uh,
specific.
at 20
Uh,
at 35,000 for that.
well, it depends on what we're doing. If it's on a large scale and we need assistance,
Yeah.
we need getting a robot. That's just thinking outside of the box. That
Oh,
is.
okay. All right. And sometimes we have no clear goals, or we skipping breaks, ignoring health, and especially when you ignore health, oh my goodness, because when you have a nervous breakdown,
Oh my God.
all of that time now is lost, because we don't take care of ourselves. We have to.
Self-care is not
Self-care.
selfish.
Self-care is not
Is
selfish.
not selfish.
Yes. Listen, our book coming out now, March, in March.
Yes.
Oh, hallelujah, praise the Lord. Nice, nice, nice. So gear up for that, folks. The book and I know you say we're mixing up everything now, because we're multitasking in my brain. I'm multitasking in my brain. All right. But her book is coming out. All right. So please, please, please put that on your calendar. Sometime in March. It will be coming out. So stay tuned for what's the book name?
It's the heart of a servant.
Oh wow.
Caring for caregivers.
Oh hallelujah. Nice. The heart of a servant. Care
Care for
for
caregivers.
caregivers.
So you
Oh
see,
wow.
really care for you
Care for you.
as you're giving care to your children, your spouse. You're giving care at work. You're giving care wherever you're giving care. Self-care is not selfish. So we need to make sure that we take care of ourselves because like when I travel, the the flight attendant reminds us that if something should happen, make sure that we put our oxygen mask on first, then we assist somebody else. Because the only way you can help is if you are helped.
Okay.
So
Beautiful.
self-care
Beautiful.
is not selfish.
All right. All right. So, unfortunately, time is dwindling. So let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So let's hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Personal productivity means working smarter, focusing on priorities, building a strong system, and managing your energy. You see, it comes right back to self care.
Yes.
How do I take care of self so I can be there for the big things? I can be there to assist. I can share my expertise in a fuller sense, if you want to say that. How can I show up at my best? How can I be the better, best version of myself? And when we show up being strengthened, when we show up rejuvenated, trust me, you you want to take on whatever you're taking on with a bigger smile. You are not, listen, don't bother me. Don't even talk to me because you come on with the stressors, not enough sleep, stress because I did not have assistance with my with the persons I'm taking care of. If you're in the sandwich generation that you have family, your immediate family, and you're assisting with your parents or your elderly family, you're in the sandwich generation. So if you're one of those persons, I know it is stressful, but community is what helps. Community is what alleviate the stressors. I had help. I can call on one person, Queen Marie. She may be watching. When few times when my mother-in-law needed assistance and I was somewhat burnt out, I just called on Queen Marie and she was right there assisting to take her to the doctor while I just get a 2 day to just rejuvenate. So the saying said, seek a friend before you need one. Trust me, I had few of them. And I am so grateful that I was supported as a caregiver while I was giving care. So trust me, self care is not selfish. And when you have a community, oh my goodness, it makes
Mm-hmm.
a world of a difference.
Mm.
Finally, productivity is never an accident. It is the result of intentional, intelligent planning and focused effort.
Mm-hmm. And also, um, productivity is never achieved by accident. It is intentional.
It is intentional.
And it has to be intentional, because that's the only way we can achieve our greatness. So let us be productive in whatever we do. Let us be productive. Um,
Whether it's a paid job or you're doing something for the community,
mhm.
be productive, be intentional. Make sure goals are set so you maximize your time.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Once
Um,
again,
as we close the curtains down, or before we close the curtain down, I know that you might want to you know put it all together and give your final comments. What
yes,
you want to.
the final comment.
Mhm. Mm.
So every week I have a quote, and this week we're in the seventh week, right?
Uh, yeah,
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Flow in harmony with the universe and feel it supporting
Mm.
you.
Mm. Nice, nice. So let us flow.
Let us flow.
Let
So
it flow, let it flow, let it flow.
thank you all for watching, and for those who will be viewing the
Well, we don't know if anyone will have any comment. Did we check
oh,
the
my bad. Let's see,
yes,
let's
we,
see,
we,
let's
we
see.
check. Well, most people are just saying thanks and good presentation on the YouTube channel. Nice presentation. Love the presentation, etc., etc. Same thing. Oh, these little finer. Yes, yes, she can. Hello, beautiful couple. Oh, all right. Thank you, Queen. That's Dr. Miranda.
Mother
Mother
Miranda.
Miranda.
I always call her Doctor too.
Okay,
And
Dr.
Jennifer Cantando.
Right.
That's one of my that's
Okay.
my senior partner
Mhm.
in the wellness financial
Industry.
wellness industry.
Beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful. All right.
Thank you all for watching, and until next week, we look forward for another episode of Mindset Monday.